Guys, today we are going to make twice baked cheese souffle. Okay, so something a little bit different. Alright. Milk, garlic, mustard, flour, eggs, cheese, parmesan, more butter and some more butter. Okay, so we need to make a roux. Okay, so a white sauce. So roux, and we're going to add our milk. So we're going to fuse our milk with some garlic. And then we are going to add cheese. So it's basically making cheese sauce. Okay, then we're going to add our egg yolks and fold in whipped egg whites and put it into a dish that's been buttered and dusted with the grated parmesan. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. It's something a little bit different and it makes a nice little tea. Right, first job is to put the garlic in the milk, and we need to infuse that. So we need to turn it on the heat and warm it up and infuse it, yeah? So it's going to take 10-15 minutes, okay, to do. Meanwhile, we can turn this pan on, nice and low. And we're going to melt our butter in this pan. Okay, so we're going to gently melt it until it's melted. And then we're going to add our flour to make our roux. Right, so our butter is melted, okay, it's only on a low heat. Alright, we now add our flour, and this is what we call a roux. Okay, so a thickening. Okay, so we just need to gently cook our flour out for a couple of minutes, okay? So we just leave it in that nice low pan with the butter, okay? And you can see, so that is just going to gently bubble away just for 2 minutes to start cooking that flour out, okay? So it's now been 2 minutes, okay? So our flour's cooking out our butter. Okay, now we're going to slowly add our milk and garlic mixture, okay? But we just need to sieve the garlic out, okay? So I'm just going to do half. So add half, okay? And then mix that in, okay? It's going to come nice and stiff, alright? So, there we go. And then we're going to add the other half. Alright, I've missed the pan. I've made a mess, but I can clean up the lot. Right, so all our milk is in with our flour and butter. Okay, so this is now a white sauce. Okay. Or what else you call it is a mornay sauce, okay? So we're just going to gently cook that out for maybe 2 or 3 minutes, okay? Just remember, for low gas, okay? If not, it will burn. We don't want it to burn. So we're now going to cook this out nice and slowly for 2 minutes. So it's been 2 or 3 minutes cooking out, okay? So we can now add our grated mature cheddar, okay? Which we can just gently mix in. Okay, at this point I'm going to turn the gas off. Okay, so there's enough heat in there to melt it. And we're just going to let it gently melt. Okay, I'm going to swap over from a whisk to a spoon or a spatula. So our cheese is now in. Okay, so it's basically cheese sauce. Okay, we're going to put a little bit of pepper in there. Okay, so some black pepper. We're going to put a couple of pinches of salt in, but remember your cheese is going to be salty as well. But we're going to taste this in a little while before we mix everything else in. Okay, so there is the start of your cheese souffle. Okay, so that is done. Right, so our cheese sauce base is just there, just going to cool a minute. Okay, while we're doing that, I'm just going to separate my eggs. Okay, so we need to separate 4 eggs. Okay, so whites into one bowl, yolks into another tub. nice and gently. Make sure you got nice clean bowls, okay, for your egg whites, just so they whip up nicely. Alright, so we're going to separate our eggs. So our egg yolks are going to go straight into our sauce in a minute, okay, and then we're going to whip our egg whites up to add in a little while. Okay, so there we are, we've got egg. Right, so next job, you need to butter some dishes. You could use, I've got these metal ones, disposable ones. You can use any sort of a cup, you can use any sort of ramekin you have, okay, and all we're going to do is you need to really well butter them, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to butter them once. Alright, so I reckon we're probably going to make 6 out of this, I would say. Alright, so I'm going to butter 6 and then put them in the fridge for 10 minutes, and I'm going to double butter them. So they've just been in the fridge for 5 minutes, okay. You can see the first layer of butter is set. We now go in with our second layer of butter. Okay, this is just so it comes out easily, okay, because we're going to pop these out, so they're twice baked cheese soufflés, so they come back out and go back into the oven, okay. So once after your second coat, you're then going to get your grated parmesan and cover the inside, okay. So we're going to do that all for all 6 of them, and then we'll come back and see. We've got all our dishes coated in butter and parmesan, okay. And I've got some extra parmesan, so I'm going to put that in with my cheese sauce, okay. I then also going to got some French mustard, just a teaspoon of Dijon mustard in there, okay. And then I'm going to add my egg yolks as well, and we're now going to stir this all in, okay. So our cheese sauce is still warm, okay. So adding egg yolks to it, so we need to be careful. So we mix it all in, like so. So there we are. So there are eggs in there as well. And next job, we're going to whisk our egg whites and fold into it. Right, so I've whipped my egg whites, okay, so stiff peak. Okay, I've transferred my cheese mixture into a bowl, alright, so it's very important we have to work with this while it's warm, okay. If we let this go cold, obviously the cheese is going to set and it's going to be too hard. Okay, I'm going to add half my egg whites in, and then we're just going to gently fold it in, okay. So you just scrape around the edge of the bowl, coming from the bottom, over the top. Okay, so the first lot of eggs are just to loosen it, okay? So we gently do this. Gentle but quick, okay? So that's one lot of our egg whites. I'm going to add the other lot of my egg whites to it. Gently fold these in, okay? So again, nice and gentle. We're folding. We go around the bowl, we fold over. We go around the bowl, we fold over. Okay? So just be nice and gentle. This doesn't take very long. This is nearly ready. And then the next job is to put it into our ramekins and put it in the oven to bake. Okay? So there we are. Right. So we've got our moulds. I've just put my mixture into a piping bag. Up to you, you can spoon it straight in. And all we do is we equally divide into our dishes. So we've got 8 dishes. Okay, and then we just go around, top the rest up. It should make quite full, okay? Make sure it's nice and even, use it all up. Okay, and there's our 8 soufflés ready. Right, so we've got our soufflés. I've put them in the inch deep tray, okay, because we need to put these in what we call a bain-marie, okay? So it means some hot water so they don't burn at the bottom, okay? So they cook nice and gently. So these are a souffle, okay? So be gentle. They're going to go in the oven for 30 minutes at like gas mark 6 or 7, so 160 degrees for half an hour, okay? They're going to puff up, and then we let them cool down. We're going to turn them out, and then we're going to put them back for the oven so they puff up again with some cream and cheese on top, okay? So they are a twice baked cheese souffle. So all I'm going to do now is boiling water. We're going to half fill our tray, okay? And this goes straight in the oven for 30 minutes at gas mark 6 to 7, 160 degrees Fahrenheit, or Celsius, sorry, okay? So these are now fresh out of the oven, okay? They've been in there for half an hour, and they're all nice and puffy. Okay, now what we need to do is just let them cool now, okay? So we need to cool completely. Okay, so we're going to leave them there to cool, and then I'll see you in a little while. So, this is them, so they're now cooled down, okay? They sink down a little bit, they should just pop out nice and easy, see? Okay, so that's why we double buttered them, okay, and then parmesan them. So what we do now is to reheat them, we put them in a bowl. We add a little bit of cream on top, okay, and then we put some more cheese on top of that. Like so, there's a little mixture of parmesan and cheddar, okay, and then that goes into the oven for 15 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes at the same, so gas mark 6 or 160 degrees, okay. So, once these are cooled, the best way to keep them are to turn them all out, okay, and on a bit of cling film, we gently wrap them up, okay. They keep better like this, and also if you're going to put them in the fridge in your mould, obviously the butter is going to set, okay. So wrap them into little parcels like that, and then put them in the fridge, and then you can use them whenever you like, okay. So I'll just do another one. So a little bit of cling film, okay. Just shake it out of whatever mould you got it into. Remember, if you put it in the fridge now, the butter's going to set around the outside, and then just gently roll them up, okay. Oh, don't drop it. Cover up nice and gently, and then they'll keep in the fridge until you want them, okay. Very nice for a dinner party, okay. Nice simple dinner, okay. Obviously you can get all the prep done beforehand, and then they just take a little while in the oven to cook. And we'll wait for the other ones to come out of the oven, and we'll see what it looks like, okay.